Hello, sleepyhead. Welcome to a good space where you'll get to rest and spend a little time only and just on you. Thank you for inviting me to usher you into a dreamy slumber. We always started with taking some deep breath. And tonight we are going to focus a little bit more on the breath itself. Getting comfortable wherever you are and however you are taking this rest. Maybe on a chair, lying down on your bed in a comfortable position, and you started to just let your eyelids feel the heaviness, and you can turn to a soft gaze or gently just let gravity do its work and close your eyes. We'll start with 3 deep breath as usual before we learn a little bit more about how breath work is such a crucial to your meditation practice. In the nose. Another one. I'm gonna take this last one together. In the nose, let the air flow. Feel your lungs expand. Hold it for 2 seconds. And then gently let it out. There is a popular saying in addiction recovery articles or in the circle: 1 day at a time. Or you might have seen this, 1 apple a day, we take it, keep the doctors away, small steps. This refers to our very human tendency to feel that we have to solve all the problems right now, like all of it. That we think we may have figured out or achieved everything, especially right now with instant gratification for everything. Things needs to be now and complete at all times. What it really means is that we're trying to be in control of life. 1 day at a time reminds us that it is possible or it is impossible to climb a mountain all at once, or even know what is going to happen 100 feet up. But taking it step by step make it a lot more manageable. It brings us back to the present moment, which, if we're honest with ourselves, is the only place where we may have any control at all. And that control is not usually about our external situation, but about how we are reacting or not reacting to it. The beauty of meditation is that it allows us to break life down into even tinier pieces, simpler steps. When we use our breath as an anchor, bringing us back to the present moment again and again as our minds wander off into problem solving or fantasizing or worrying, we find a natural built-in way to be present. In this presence, it is easier to be compassionate to ourselves. We do this by meditating one breath at a time. Within this one breath, there is only the here and now. This breath is gentle, life-giving reminder that conversations or presentations we're dreading or rehearsing isn't actually happening right now. That all we can really do and know is that we are alive here now. This is the place where we are. These are the sounds we hear. This is the sensation of breathing. Life is much simpler than we believe, but that's so easy to forget when we are overwhelmed. Breathing is a great meditation focus because it's portable and free, and we always have access to it. Anyone who's ever struggled to breathe knows what it feels like to realize when they're taking breath and breathing for granted. Life is not a problem to be solved, says Tara Branch. Again, this is so easy to forget. We speed around on the autopilot. We wake up every morning, get dressed, brush our teeth, eat breakfast, or take care of the kids, go to work 9 to 5, and then come back, take care of the kids, do dinner, and we just run this day after day, believing that if we can just get things right, we won't have to suffer. And yet, the first noble truth of Buddhism is that being alive means we will experience pain. There is no escaping it. And trying to escape it means we miss out on so much of the beauty of life. The smell of fresh air, our health, a loved one we're sitting next to, the taste and nourishment of the food we're eating. Even an entire good day can slip by us when we're focusing on making things better or different. If you are focusing on one breath at a time in your meditation, or even when you are feeling overwhelmed, it might help you to set your time at intervals. Sometimes you may feel meditation is about sitting there for a long time, but when you do breath work, it can be 30 seconds, a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Whenever your timer dings or chimes, you can use this as a reminder to come back to this one breath. Then this one. Now this one. You can remember again and again how each breath contains multitudes. Each breath reminds us of the richness of life we've been given, the richness of sorrow, of gratitude, even of anger, the richness of being a living, breathing being. Remember, there is a reason meditation is called practice. We're not accustomed to moving slowly or being in the present without distraction. Everything in our everyday life now or in our culture conditioned us not to, or our society. So it's great to know and to have a great deal of patience and kindness for yourself and your surrounding. When you're trying to focus on the one breath, maybe it can help silently hypnotizing yourself. Just this one breath at a time. Or this breath. Then this one. Now this one. Or you can use a reminder. Breathing in. I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I know I'm breathing out. Anxiety may come up when we're trying to take things one breath at a time. Shouldn't I be doing something? What if I fall behind? Anxiety is not a bad thing. We can use it as a doorway into the present moment. What's it like to breathe with anxiety? One breath, then the other? Does more anxiety arise? How does that feel? When we take things one breath at a time, it's much more manageable than I must conquer all of my anxiety and all of my to-do lists before bedtime. Exactly where you are right now, perhaps. Taking things one breath at a time, we might also experience relief to let go of what we're holding of the future and the past. What does this relief feel like? This breath asks nothing of us. In this moment, there is nothing to do. This meditation reminds us that life is simply a series of moments, one after another. One breath at a time can bring us into our body. It can attune us to feelings we hadn't noticed we're feeling, whether on a mental or physical level. And like climbing the mountain one step at a time, it can help us take the experience of that feeling bit by bit, manageably, one breath at a time. Rest soundly. Be well.